starts with PR, I assume that credentials are valid. If username starts with PR, I assume that credentials are valid. But as I'm mentioning, ideally you should call some API, validate the data. Now, so what should we do here? If it starts with this, okay, so we should do the redirection, right? How do we do the redirection is, we have injected some class object, right? So we use that, this dot router dot, there is a method called as what? Navigate. It is asking us to pass, right? Basically an array. All right. Now we will pass them slash, where do we want to navigate, guys? Home. We want to navigate to home. Else this dot router dot, sorry, alert invalid username or password. Say this. So it's valid. So user navigation works. If it is invalid, you will get a message that invalid username or password. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
So how are we doing the navigation? Just by using a method called as what? Navigate. Now, what I want to do is, I want to go a little further. I want to go a little further and maybe, right, so welcome to home page. And maybe here, I want to display what username. I want to display username, and maybe I need that user ID or username, whatever you call it as, so that using that, I may want to go to some database, get some data, and display all the data that is needed for the user. Right? So you know how to like pass the data from one component to other component. You can use services, subjects, all that. Right? That is a different story that anyway I have explained. Now what I'm going to show you is how can we pass the data through the URL. In many applications you will see, right, data will be passed through the URL. For example, if you see, right, tab equals to RM and then this one, any additional data that you would like to pass through the URL, I want to get that and display, use it in my application. So basically what I want to do is, when user is trying to navigate from login to home, I don't want to just pass, let me close this. I don't want to just go to home. Along with home, let's say I need ID as well, user ID. So how you create multiple basically segments in the route pattern is you separate them with something called as what? Slash. And the next one, is it going to be a dynamic one or static one? User is going to pass a dynamic one or static one. What is a requirement? Home slash what needs to be passed?
User ID.
User ID. That user ID, is it static or dynamic?
Static. It's static.
User ID. Is that static or dynamic, guys? That
Dynamic.
is dynamic. One user will enter A, one user will enter B, another user will enter C. Different users will pass different, right? Different values for them. So whenever you want to create, whenever you basically want to create segments that are dynamic in nature, you prefix them with something called as what? Colon, anything, whatever you wish. Alright? This can be ID, whatever you want. Alright? Let's say this. And now here after home, what should be passed? What value we should pass, guys? This dot what? Uname. Now let's see how it's going to go. It says uname doesn't exist on home component. Okay. So in home component, let's declare as of now a string, make it empty. Resume at the rate 123, click on login. Can you see this now? If I go here and if I say Prakash at the rate 123, click on login, you will get it. Is this clear, guys?
Can you pass multiple parameters? I mean, name, employee ID, like that.
You can pass as many as you want.
So if I want to pass multiple, I can separate it by comma or
Not comma, slash.
Okay, again slash.
Slash another segment, slash another segment, slash another segment. Like that.
Okay.
சாப்பிட்டு செய்யக்கூடாதுப்பா சரி வேணாம்
Can you please show the login component? the name of the parameter what we are passing, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter, but that matters when you want to read it. Now in home, our next job is to read that username and display the username, right? There you need that parameter name. Right now you don't need it here because you are passing it as a second segment. Now here if I want to read that value, now what is our requirement?
We need to read the username.
In the home component, I want to read the username. And then get the username and assign it to uname, right? So how do we do that? We say constructor, maybe private route. There is a class called as, I guess, activated route. Alright, then I'll say ng on init, and we say this dot route dot query params then this query params params of name. Let's try this. If it doesn't work, we will use other one. This dot uname is equals to it says element implicitly has any type because expression ideally, if I remember well, we used to use this query params to read the value.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Are we recording, sir?
Yes, madam, yes.
Okay, thank you.
This dot route dot will be query params Just a second, let me see. Name is coming, but how do you read that name is the question.
Query params.get.
Srikanth, my understanding we need to define in the login component name attribute so that will come in the URL name equal to Prakashanti. So that is not available in our URL, right?
No.
Uh, you can type p.get.
From the time they introduced this,
You may try p.get.
so no, I changed it to any, that's okay. You can see object was an interface and it was not giving us that. So what did I do is like I changed it to any. Alright, so you subscribe to get the params values, and then as soon as you get it, I'm reading the name from parameter object and then assigning it to unit. That is what you could see here. And if I go here, Prajim at the rate 123. Now you see, you get Prajim. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes, Srikanth.
Right, so we'll take 10 minutes break, and once we are back, we'll continue the discussion, guys.